Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well and having a great week. I just wanted to make a easy-ish video that I can just put out while I'm working on some of my bigger projects, and I thought it'd be fun to give a tour of my Minecraft world. I've been building something pretty big recently, and so it's been taking a while, and I've been recording some stuff, but again, it's just gonna take a while, so I'll try and be quick with it and give you guys some small little videos while I'm working on that. This is actually my second time recording this. My OBS was messing up a little bit, so I kind of have a good idea of where I'm going to go and what I'm going to talk about. And so I guess we're going to start here. This is the first building that I ever built. This was my first house / base. Also, my game's in windowed right now, so if the UI looks kind of weird, it's just because I have to play in windowed for my OBS to kind of capture things right. But anyway, here's kind of the upstairs. Here was some storage, kind of random stuff. And here's my little balcony out to my village. And I'll do a quick walk outside just because I love the lighting at night, but then I'm going to go ahead and sleep after that. But here's the outside. Some of the detailing might look a little familiar. Not that anyone's kind of copyrighted anything, but I watch a lot of disruptive builds, and he has some really good detailing that I like with some blocks that I also like, so that's why it looks familiar, that's why. But this is probably my favorite spot in the whole village. It's like you come out of this nice house with these hedges, this very aesthetic kind of pond that's just sitting out here. And then I have some kind of stuff in here, some plants in here. I did have some fish in here, but the way this is with the slabs and stuff, they would just kind of flop out and then just die. And so unfortunately I don't have any fish in here, but I think this still looks pretty cool. You have the sunrise and you have, all the wheat fields and stuff in the back. I'll try to be brief with this area just because a lot of these buildings are kind of just for decoration. So here is my mending villager. This was just a normal villager. I didn't do a zombie villager transition just because, I didn't really care too much. I have so many emeralds right now, so it's not too big of a deal. But here's my pathway. I kind of got this detailing along the side to kind of keep it more contained and kind of feel, I guess, more straightforward. Here's a fountain I built. I know this kind of looks not that great. Normally I had these trap doors up. That kind of makes it look a little better. But villagers and iron golems are getting stuck in the corners right here. And so I had to put them down. But anyway, I guess here's one big production kind of building that I used to use. Here's my little lava farm and where I smelted a lot of stuff. And as I said before, there's kind of a lot of houses that are just decoration and stuff. And so some of these might not have uses, but are more so just for villagers to sleep in and hang out. Again, just cool little kind of trading, markety looking area. Got some small little houses dotted across on this hillside. And here's my nether portal. No, this just is so out of place, but it was kind of just there already, and then I built all this, and then I was kind of expanding around, and this kind of just unfortunately remained the same. But I will be working on a nether hub in the future, and so that will be changed. But until then, I guess it's just going to be like that. And you kind of come up here, and then you have the entrance, I guess, to this area, to this village. I guess it's just kind of more lore friendly, I guess. I mean, I'm just flying around everywhere, and I got my elytra not super early on, but this is kind of just to have an entrance you can just walk through. There's a village over there with I added these kind of little supply camps to kind of make it seem like there's kind of traffic going through in between these areas. as you can see, I just love kind of this entrance, and I love like the aesthetic of this village, kind of sheltering kind of cherry blossoms with lanterns hanging down, and you got the leaves falling down. It's just small things. It kind of all just ties it together. And again, some parts of this are just kind of unfinished, kind of small details. As you can see, I kind of had that road design, and then, you know, this is kind of just empty over here, and then this road is still kind of a pathway. But I will definitely come back and touch some things up in the future. Animals, random little animals I used in the past. And then here's kind of these houses on stilts kind of thing. Again, I wanted to add a lot of character to this area, or just this village in general. So kind of having different kind of, not themed places, but different kind of looking places, I guess. Again, same with these trapdoors. They were normally up, kind of as like railings, but villagers and the iron golems just get stuck on them. So they're just going to have to remain down, unfortunately. Again, kind of more houses with a lot of this production kind of stuff under it. And this kind of nice little walkway with these nice little lanterns. I guess this is kind of the main hub of this village. Kind of just not totally centralized, but kind of a nice little landmark for all these villagers to hang out to. We got some bells here to kind of bring them in, so they like hanging out here. There's some beds in here. There's a nice little view of just this area. Kind of just this taverny area where villagers come and hang out and whatnot. I guess quickly I'll go over here. Again, it's just some small little houses dotted around. This is the mine. This isn't like really official to the village. It's just there for my personal use, I guess. And it's been pretty beneficial. As you can see, there's a beacon here, and this is perfect for just getting a lot of cobblestone and other stuff. So it serves its purpose. Down here you kind of got this marketplace area. You got like fishermen kind of trading stalls here. They're fishing, they're kind of trading between villagers, kind of sustaining the villagers. And so as you can see, kind of just different areas. You know, you got the industrial kind of area, we got the kind of tight residential area over here, the artisan kind of area. We got these kind of like rolling hills on the outskirts of these houses, kind of stilts with some kind of cozy little production areas. Then you kind of got these kind of amenity, kind of like, oh, this is a fun little tavern here. Small little houses here. You got the villagers fishing and stuff. So as you can see, kind of just like different areas with kind of different, I guess, little ideas and styles going for them. I guess next I can show you this farm area. You've definitely just been seeing a lot of it and probably wondering what it is, but first I'll just show you this bridge. I built this main village area and these walls and stuff pretty early on, but I also built this bridge early on, but I didn't detail it as much. And so when I started expanding out here, I detailed this more, but I think it looks pretty good, pretty simple, gets the job done. And I know some of these buildings don't look perfect. Some of them, kind of flat wall faces, and I take pride on my building, but also, I'm not an expert here. I'm just kind of building for fun and trying to make this place kind of look cozy and, not trying too hard. Here's a little sign to the Elven Garden District and some other signs around here, some buildings that the names I just stole from the Elder Scrolls. I was playing a lot of Oblivion when I first made this world. If I didn't mention earlier, beginning of June of last year, and I played it for a decent bit, and I was also playing Oblivion, so I just stole a lot of the names and kind of added them in some places around here just to give them some life. But here's this bridge into this big giant wheat field. There's a village off in the distance. Big giant rolling hills full of wheat. And this is kind of like the farming kind of area. Has some functionality, obviously. We got some villagers. We got this guy. He's bringing a bunch of bread. Then we got this guy bringing a bunch of carrots. Perfect for emeralds and whatnot. I got some iron golems defending these guys because, a zombie coming in here and ruining everything. But the wheat just kind of is the icing on the cake. Again, it's kind of just a small detail that just kind of it kind of just, again, adds to the whole thing, you know? There's the functionality, but there's also the, you know, good looking parts that kind of tie everything together. Here's some automatic farms. I guess I kind of cleared a lot of these out. But we got we got melons here. We got pumpkins here. We got sugarcane here. And we have bamboo here. This is for sticks for emeralds. This is for paper. Also just sugarcane in general, I guess. Pumpkins for, you know, building, but again, mainly for emeralds, and then melons for emeralds. And then out here, an Enderman had put this in here, and I just thought it was kind of fun just to kind of leave it. It's like a fun little block that Enderman put in here. I'll just leave it, why not? This area is, I guess, not really the face you usually see. I know this kind of looks weird. You got part of the redstone stuff hidden over here, but just look out on the water, see part of the village, and just kind of enjoy the view. Back here, talk about no aesthetic at all, just pure functionality. We have an iron farm here. Just a simple iron farm. Really helpful for making a bunch of hoppers and stuff, and for some, you know, just for some builds and stuff. Got a bunch of iron. Nothing too crazy. See, here we got a honey farm, which is good for honey blocks for some redstone related things. We got this one sheep here to auto shear down here, which I completely forgot I even had this, but there we go. And we have this nice little AFK spot if I'm ever AFK in some of my farms. There's good radius for the iron farm, the honey farm. Got the carrots and bread right there, then you got all the stuff in there. Just a nice little gate here just to make sure no zombies get in there. But yeah, you just kind of got these nice little rolling hills full of wheat and stuff. There's a lightning rod. I have no idea if like lightning can strike one of my villagers or something, and like I think they turn into a witch if they do that, or I don't know, something bad is gonna happen. So I don't know if I need that, but I put it there just in case. But yeah, I guess that's it for this area. You just got the nice little wheat area. You got the giant kind of barn full of production. You got kind of the manor with the industrial kind of artisan area. Then you kind of have this residential a little bit, just kind of dotted around the outskirts. Then you kind of have this tavern. Then you got this like fishing area. And so it kind of all ties in really well together. Again, I know I'm not a perfect builder, but again, this is kind of a little love project that I like picking up and putting down every once in a while, and I've really enjoyed making all this stuff, you know. The views look great, especially at night, and when I made this world, I intended it for it to be my, you know, forever world, you know. I love building, and, you know, it's nice once you just invest enough time into something, especially, you know, one world. You know, it's like, might as well keep going. Keep seeing how much you can explore. Keep seeing how much you can add. But anyway, this is just a basic little mob grinder farm thing. Just good for XP, for healing all my stuff. Again, nothing crazy at all. But it gets the job done. We can just go ahead and come back here. And yeah, nice little flyover of my base. Again, you can see all the lighting. It just looks so good with the shaders and whatnot. And then, yeah, you got another natural village up here too. We can go ahead and fly over to show you some other stuff. So up here, I'd love to make a little fishing village. I'd love to just dot the lands around that area with some roads and some sparse kind of houses and stuff. You have this dock here, and I'd love to make all this fishing village little thing with houses on stilts and boats and stuff, but I kind of just got burnt out on it. I think I'll come back to it in the future, but yeah, for now I just have been a little focused on other things. Go ahead and come over here. This is kind of my holiday slash, just, I don't know, miscellaneous area. So this first little thing right here, I was posting on TikTok for a very, very, very brief bit, and I was, every follower I was putting on a sign here, and yeah, I just decided to use that time I was doing to do that, to put more time and planning and stuff into my videos. But shout out to all these people. Sorry for just giving up on that, but I really do appreciate you guys, supporting me and liking what I do. But anyway, we can go ahead and go over here. Here's some other holiday related things, just obviously with a giant Christmas tree in the back. You see here's a Halloween 2023 little build I did for last year, Halloween obviously. You just got a kind of like rough, overgrown graveyard with jack-o'-lanterns and graves and debris, and everything's kind of just overgrown and unkept. You have this spooky little ruined house, kind of a little mystery. You got the little redstone blood trails leading down to these little basement thing or whatever. But just something fun to do. Break up kind of the big builds, have some little fun holiday build. Just nice to kind of record. I was playing on this world, in October or December or whenever. Something just good idea to add some little flair to the world. And then obviously this was for Christmas of last year. So you can see you got some giant little presents down here. These zombies are attacking me. Giant little presents here. You got a big Christmas tree. I know it looks a little stiff, but again, I'm not an expert in a lot of this kind of more intricate building, if you even want to call it that. Is very new to me, and so I know it looks a little stiff and it's not perfect, but I think it turned out well for just kind of freehanding this. The presents I think look okay. Just kind of small little easy designs. This is kind of like the little red carpet underneath. It's like, uh-oh. Looks like I attracted some friends, but nice little red carpet. It's like the little thing you keep under the tree, put the presents on, catches the little pine needles and whatnot. I have these little mine carts going around here too. It's like, kind of like, the small little toy train that's kind of wrapping around the presents and winding around through the tree and through the whatever. And I have a few mine carts, but I guess they just keep getting stuck, and I guess we have some friends going along for the ride. But again, here you go, Christmas 2023. And then probably if you guessed by now, there's a giant ocean that I've been heading in the direction of. But this is my main base now. Again, I did this in the span of I worked on this world a decent bit for maybe 2 months, very, very consistently. And then kind of took some pretty long breaks. I had come back and done the Halloween and tree while I was taking breaks, but this is definitely my, proudest build I've done so far. Obviously not that, but lining this whole thing with glass, but just draining this. I used redstone machines to drain this, and not that didn't speed it up a very large amount, but still, it's just very monotonous building that, getting the excess water that I didn't get, rebuilding it over and over, kind of segmenting areas off and then rebuilding it, and lines going down back and forth. So obviously it takes a while, but here's my main base now that I just love, and I know it is unfinished, so I apologize. But first, I guess right here we got the storage, we got the kind of materials, we got the kind of miscellaneous blocks, kind of plants, food, miscellaneous things. Got a lot of sand. I had gotten a lot of this for glass for the outer little ring around the wall. Again, kind of more just miscellaneous stuff, kind of miscellaneous loot and whatnot. We got a little lava farm right here for smelting a bunch of stuff. Yeah, and I love this design. I kind of just thought of it. Kind of toyed around in creative mode just a bit, but it's not perfect. But I think the storage, it gets the job done, and it's just unique. Better than just having a bunch of double chests everywhere. Let me go back over here. Well, first, here's a little map room that I just love. I know this just kind of looks weird. It's just like blue with a little gray dot, but it looks cool. And here's like my main little village area, which I love. Here's that little village on that hill, and you go down, there's a little farm, and then there's the whole village itself, and I just love it. I love the land layout that it has. I love the water on this coast just kind of flowing through to this ocean. I love the trees. It just looks awesome. Down here it's just nothing really. I built this little water column thing. Just gonna hide something here, but I know. Small details that I still am working out. But again, after draining it and building some of this, I was just very burnt out. But I will definitely get back to this small little things in the future. Here's a little alcove thing. You can see the little maps. You got some villagers up here. You were probably hearing them chirp up a storm. Chests entirely full of carrots for emeralds. You got different guys. You got Fletcher. You got a little potion guy. In the middle, you got a leather worker. You got some Fletchers and cartographers. Got a mason. You got the farmers here. I mainly obviously trade the carrots, papers, and sticks for emeralds, but I just also wanted to have these different guys, like, just in case. I guess these traits aren't really that good, but you know what I mean. Pretty good. And then here is my enchanting area again. I know this is like the most unexciting thing in the world. I tried to center it, but this room is just, it's like, I think it's an even amount of blocks, and so obviously I can't center it. And I could make something cool out of this, but again, it's just one of those small details that was definitely last on the priority list. I wanted to get here, move all my supplies. The main priorities were building storage and then building villagers to trade with. I guess that's the main part of this kind of area. Sorry for all the shulkers and ender chest and random stuff everywhere. But I guess here's my idea for this outside part. I started working on it a little bit, but again, just way too much Ocean Monument action in a short sitting. As you see, this is pretty mined out down here, and I'd love to bring... Sorry, I'm on fire. I'd love to bring these all down. So you see how I mined it? I want to bring... Okay, there we go. I'd love to bring these little front pillar things kind of down, all the way down, to kind of expand this. And so you come out here, this would be kind of like a wall face that kind of goes down, like, I don't know how many blocks it is, like 6 or 7 blocks. So it'd be like the wall face, and then kind of this kind of like first foundation thing, and then like the rest on top. And I'd love to just like wall this all the way around in and create just like a big space, dig out some of this flooring to kind of connect it, build some staircases or something, connect it and build maybe some farms or just some extra storage or something. But again, I got pretty burnt out. Not that this would take too long, but just getting the blocks and mining everything would just take a bit. But definitely in the future, dig all this out, build what I was talking about. And then obviously out here, I would love to do something with this. Obviously it just being gravel is just like kind of lame. And so maybe like getting a bunch of moss blocks and using bone meal and spreading it around, so it's like kind of like a mossy area, kind of thick jungly, kind of small little rivers going through, kind of connecting up, I think would be cool. But yeah, here's a little sunken shipwreck thing that I just love. I'll definitely keep this here. Definitely keep this here because I just think it kind of adds some fun little character to it and adds to the little water theme and whatnot. And then you got the glass and stuff here, which I love the look of this and love just being able to look out into the water. I have some resource packs, continuity, connected textures and like continuity, I think are both what make this look like this, but this looks good. Normally there's kind of these white lines kind of continue around the block, if you know what I mean. And so like just have a bunch of like, it does not look as good. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Again, I'm sorry that this is just kind of unfinished, but I have some bigger things that have been on my mind and I've been working on. I've been working on something very special over there that is probably going to be my nether hub, and just the entrance of my nether hub, and might have some other functionality, but it's just taken a while and I've been recording on it, getting a bunch of blocks, having to get more blocks. So yeah, I guess that's the main kind of stuff that's going on in my world. Like I said, I started it at the beginning of June last year, and I played it a decent bit for a while at the beginning, but it's been kind of on and off. But I've been enjoying it, grinding, just putting some music on, grinding a ton of blocks. And then what I also plan on just adding in the future, it'd be fun to just be able to look back and see how my world's changed a little bit. And I didn't want this to be like too over the top, because it's like if I had all the stuff already built, it would be more just like kind of a world showcase. And I want this more to be kind of like a documentation of the progress thus far kind of thing. Not that this isn't a world showcase, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I hope you guys liked all my building and stuff. Again, I know some of the stuff looks, again, interesting, but I do just love building. I love just adding life to a world, especially in Minecraft, where it is kind of lifeless outside of the villagers and mobs, and being able to kind of breathe life into a lifeless world, I think is just super cool. And just the aesthetics of the game, obviously, I love. But yeah, like I said, I've been working on a big project, and I just wanted to have a video where I can kind of just record and talk and kind of just show you guys what I've been up to in the meantime. But yeah, I appreciate you guys watching and stuff. If you're curious about my armor, it has the Tide armor trim. Very fitting for living in an ocean monument. Here's some Destiny name things. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed just seeing my buildings and just coming along and hanging out. But yeah, thank you guys for watching.